Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking today's Dreaded Rose Report. Hey, Jim Ross wrote the following about, he twitted on Jack Swagger. He says, still have the utmost confidence in the real Jack Swagger, and he could well be the next world champion. Time will tell. Hey, he did look good last night. He looked a lot better than him coming out with doing that little sailor dance that he used to in the beginning. Of course, I thought it was funny. Hey, after Monday's Raw went off the air, CM Punk challenged John Cena and Ryback to a tag match and to face he and Dolph Ziggler. And the match ended up with Ryback tagged in Cena, and he hit the five-knuckle shuffle and attitude adjustment on Ziggler. Cena greeted fans at ringside to end the show. FYI. And WWE announced this morning that John Cena will discuss WWE's award-winning digital and social media program at the SXSW 2013 convention in San Francisco. It's the Get Ready to Rumble How WWE's Crushing Social Media panel will take place on March 9th, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. At the Sheraton Austin Capitol Hotel. Room EFGH. So go on up there and see what's going on. Anyway, there were some higher ups in WWE who were very down on breaking up the tag team of Rhodes and Sandow, and let's see how they do individually. And WWE personality Renee Young made her debut backstage as a Raw interviewer on last night's WWE app video with Matt Striker and Zack Ryder. Renee's been working on WWE pay-per-view pre-shows as well as the Bottom Line, Experience, and Vintage collection, all from those truly. And noted before, old Vince McMahon had hip surgery on Friday, and WWE says he had it on Monday though, but he was backstage at Raw on Monday on crutches. So that was kind of awful quick recovery, unless you had that deer antler stuff. Anyway, WWE tweeted the following. They tweeted a video of Vince in the hospital, him in the hospital right before surgery, not after it, but they showed him before, and he's giving him the old one-finger salute with a little deal on his head. Kind of funny. Probably find it online. I'm gonna put it over on my Facebook page. Anyway, as noted earlier, John Cena has challenged Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns to a six-man tag match with his partners of Sheamus and Ryback at Elimination Chamber. Challenge aired on the WWE app exclusive video, though. Rollins, he responded to the Twitter, says, be careful what you wish for, Johnny. Believe in the Shield. The deal for, now Bruno, that wasn't that hard, was it? Just to say, okay. Anyway, the deal to bring Bruno Sammartino to the 2013 Hall of Fame was locked in 2 weeks ago after Triple H traveled to Bruno's home, which I mentioned in Philadelphia, or rather Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The contract was signed this past Friday, though, February 1st. There had been talk within WWE that the deal had been done, but sources close to Bruno wouldn't confirm anything because they had not signed the thing yet, and they did not feel it was a done deal until he signed. Of course, Bruno, you know, he kind of flip-flops, but I'm afraid he thinks that WWE has screwed him over in the long past, so they didn't want it done again. And Bruno's deal within WWE is expected to be more than just a Hall of Fame induction, as WWE wants to use him on commentaries on DVDs, and I'm sure they're going to be putting out one for him. And an appearance on TV and some other features. Bruno will most likely be involved in the big 50th anniversary DVD that WWE is planning. They got to wait for the 50. Triple H is the one responsible for the deal. Bruno had turned down H's offer before, but word is that H remained respectful and persistent. I hope my wife hears that. Triple H stayed in touch with Bruno over the phone and finally convinced him to change his mind. Negotiations went on altogether for about 7 months with Triple H. Years for WWE. And I just wonder if they're going to ever show an embracement of Vince and Bruno. I wonder. Anyway, at WWE.com exclusive video from last night's Raw in Atlanta, Mark Henry told the interviewer that he feels charged and validated. Henry says he's been beating up people for 17 years. Anyone that gets into the ring, it's going to get destroyed. Henry says the Hall of Pain is in the past because it's time to destroy a few people. No pain, just destroy. Hey, what are you trying to say? And in another WWE exclusive from last night's Raw, Tamina Snuka spoke with Matt Striker. Tamina said that last week in the Vegas Showgirl match was a joke. Tamina added that she's not our average diva, and WWE's got a huge problem. Tamina said that next time she's one-on-one with Caitlyn, she's going to make a statement. On the microphone? Big deal, go ahead. I don't know if you guys have got the app or not, but anyway, the app fan voting on last night's Raw was legit. It said Raw was originally laid out for Punk versus Orton in the main event, but and Daniel Bryan for Rey Mysterio was already scheduled, and they didn't have faith in Rey winning the fan vote, though. Anyway, WWE friend Bonnie Hammer of NBC Universal is now overseeing the cable TV network of Oxygen, Bravo, Telemundo, as well as previous networks as a part of the restructuring within NBC. This could mean good things for WWE and their future on TV. So they got a lot of channels to choose from, and maybe they can get their network on one. Wouldn't that be nice? Get tired of hearing about it. As seen on last night's Raw, Swagger renamed his ankle lock submission the Patriot Act. I don't know what the Patriot Act has to do with an ankle lock. It's just amazing. Patriot lock, baby, or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, after being putting the gimmick temporarily on hold for unknown reasons, unlikely the name, WWE is promoting Johnny Curtis Fandango character, and Vince McMahon himself was working on Fandango's vignettes on Raw last night. Former WWE diva Eva Torres returned to her high school this past weekend as keynote speaker for the 20th anniversary of Cherry Creek Diversity Conference. Eve was on the committee of the Diversity Conference when she was in high school, and the conference brings together youths and celebrates diversity and makes school a safer place. When I went to school, I didn't have to do all that crap. I don't know what the hell's going on. Hey, my buddy, out of the ring, I love him. In the ring, But the Iron Sheik, he teased on Twitter that he would be at the WWE Hall of Fame this year to support his friend Bruno. I don't know whether that was a tongue-in-cheek from Iron Sheik or not, but oh, he's something else, man. Love him. Even though he was not promoted on last night's Raw, WWE champion The Rock is indeed scheduled for next Monday's Raw show in Nashville. Did we forget something? WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus gets the Superstar Spotlight on WWE's website today. And Hall of Famer Rocky Johnson talked to TBO.com about his son, WWE champion The Rock. Johnson commented on The Rock not being labeled by his ethnicity. So no one ever talks about the color of Wayne's skin. He said that is what makes it, what I did is so important. Said I like to think and think I proved the wrestler's skin doesn't matter. I'm glad my son doesn't have to be labeled black, Samoan, or mixed. He is just labeled as the best. Alright, it was revealed on Twitter last night that Bret Hart had another knee surgery last Monday. And WWE released a new Bent on Destruction t-shirt for the returning Mark Henry. Isn't that funny? Mark Henry just returned just a few hours ago. Boom! They got a t-shirt out already. Amazing. Tonight's WWE SmackDown is going to be taking place from Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena, Jacksonville, Florida. Advertised locally, is going to be a big show taking on Del Rio, but no main event match has been announced for either SmackDown or main event. If you would like to help out with Anybody, that goes to the shows, hell, let me know, what the crowd looks like, the size. Leave it on the comments. And as seen on last night's Raw, Jack Swagger returned to Monday and beat Santino. Santino commented, "I wrestled Swagger before, but never quite like that one that showed up, last night. His strength has increased." Dear Antler. Ryback's going to be appearing at Toys R Us, Times Square, New York City, March 15th, 12 noon. Zack Ryder's Hosky single broke to the top 100 pop chart on iTunes the first day it was released. The song was selling for $1.29 and has a rating of 4.5 stars out of 5 from the guy that bought it, I'm sure. Anyway, Ryder's fellow superstars have been tweeting about the song and encourage fans to download it because they don't want to. Anyway, as seen on last night's Raw from Atlanta, the storyline reason for Brock Lesnar returning is that Vicky Guerrero re-signed him in hopes of impressing Vince McMahon to make her the permanent general manager of Raw. Well, how did that work? Did that work out good for you? Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.